All right, all right. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Well, we always say it, but I think it's good to always say it. You know, we are super grateful for you coming in each and every morning. And these weeks fly by, but I tell you what, it starts my day off perfect, perfect, perfect. And so we pick a word as we do every day, and so today the word is experience, okay? And I actually picked the word, and then as I was looking at it, I'm like, whoo, man, you can go in all different directions with experience. But I dove into it for what I needed, okay? So I was a little bit selfish when I was thinking about this. I was thinking about how can experience relate to me? So experience definition, practical contact with an observation of facts or events. So as I thought about that, I thought, experiences really truly are the greatest teachers. How many of you would agree with that? Think back, man, way back, like as a kid growing up, experiences, and I don't know about you, but I always found myself in tough experiences as a little kid. And it really truly was the greatest teacher. And as I was writing it down, I got to tell you a personal story. Is it okay? So I was a kid. I was a little kid. And I remember pulling up in my hometown to a place called M&J Sporting Goods. Mildred Johnson was one of the owners of M&J Sporting Goods. Coach Meyer Miles remembers M&J's. And man, I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the day, by the checkout counter, they had these little bubble gum, these little Gatorade bubble gum. Y'all remember that? Like wrapped up in a little bitty thing. And it was really, really sour. Really sour. And I love sour stuff. Well, my dad went in there with me. And I caught her, turned around, not looking, and I stole a piece of bubble gum. That's right, thief. I was a thief. I stole it. And I thought I got away with it until I got out to the car. Woo, man. My dad said, what's in your pocket, son? And I looked at him, and I want to tell you, my dad did not. He believed in corporal punishment. He believed in taking the belt off and wearing me out. And when he said, what's in your pocket, son, I knew I was in trouble. I knew I was in trouble. And I knew I was going to get a whipping. And I said, it's a piece of bubble gum. He said, why'd you take it? I saw you take it. Why'd you take it? And I said, because I wanted it, Dad. I wanted it. And you told me I couldn't have it. And I remember him making me go back in and apologize to Mildred Johnson for stealing that piece of bubble gum. And I had to give it back to her. And then she tried to give it back to me because she was so sweet and said, she started crying with me, gave me back the gum, said, take it with you. My dad said, no, we're not going to take it. And then he got me out in that car and he wore my butt out. I'm talking about, I'll never forget it. Experiences are the greatest teachers. It lived with me and will live with me the rest of my life. That instant. And I was a little guy at that point. But then I got to thinking last night, Eleanor Roosevelt said, the purpose, now listen right here. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experiences. And I read that and I thought about that and I said, I have to go back and I've had times in my life where I can say Brent Palmer was just settling. I was just getting up and going through the day, going to bed and doing it again. How many of you can relate to that? You don't have to raise your hand, but I know I've had times in my life where I've settled as an adult, like just settling, just surviving. But I've also had times in my life where I've had times in my life where I was reaching out to new experiences. How many of you's had those? And I think back, you know, I know Bill Sailing is on here, and Bill served our country. Thank you for your service. He was in Vietnam. And I think about, you know, that had to be a new experience when he was going there. And I think about new experiences you have in your life, and I wrote some words around it. Scared, hungry, kind of with excitement, like I'm hungry. I'm hungry for something. I'm staying up late. I'm getting up early. Like there's a nervousness inside of you when you're out attacking a new experience. Can you feel that? Like those goosebump moments. You don't really know what's going to happen because you don't know if you're going to fail or you're going to thrive or what's going to happen. But I look at new experiences and what Eleanor Roosevelt said, and I said, those moments in my life is when I really look up and go, I'm alive. I'm living. I'm living. I'm living life to the fullest. And for me, that's what the word experience meant today. So thank you for listening in. Coach Myra Miles, I'm going to turn it to you.
Good morning, everyone. Awesome job, Brent. Of course, we send each other what we're going to talk about every morning prior to, or if we do it at night ahead of time. And I'd already experienced that amazing little speech there, Coach. So that was outstanding. Thank you for sharing. You know, and I just happened to think of an experience, and I didn't have this planned, but I am going to share it with you that happened to me. He was a young fella. I remember my first year in college. I went and played basketball at Freed Hardeman University, which is a small university in Henderson, Tennessee. And I honestly, my parents, I never even had a checking account until I was 16, 17. And kids nowadays are getting them when they're, 9, 10 years old. But I remember going to the Big Star in Henderson, Tennessee, and wrote a check. I didn't think nothing about it. Well, then all of a sudden, my mom calls me and said, how come you didn't tell us you was out of money? I was like, I ain't out of money. Well, guess what? I bounced a check. That experience, because I just thought, I got a checking account now. I'm just going to go crazy with it. But that experience, I promise you, I am 58 and close to 59. I have never bounced another check. So that was an experience that was bad. I was embarrassed to death because I had to go into the store and face up to all these sweet little ladies and sweet little men that I had grown to love. But that experience was one that was a negative, but ended up being a positive for me in the long run. So when he was talking about his bubble gum, and Lord, no, I remember Miss Mildred. Woo. So let me just read this to you. Experience is knowledge or a skill in a particular job or activity that you've gained because you have done that job or activity for a long time. Every single one of you on the call this morning are really, really good. I know at least one thing. Most of you are really, really good, or let me even say great, at many things. But life is a continuous change. It's a continuous chain of experiences. Our good and bad experiences help us to live a productive life. I know another experience that I had that I call it a make or break experience that hit me dead on when I was an athletic administrator and I was in the interim role at Hoover. And we had just a debacle of things to happen. And if you followed the Hoover football program, you're probably very well aware. And it was just terrible. And I literally did not think I could survive it and make it. Wanted to quit. But I had a lot of really good people, the 5 people you surround yourself with, really strong people around me saying, yes, you can. Well, going through that horrible situation was one of the best situations that's ever happened to me as a professional and as a person. And you just don't ever know, but because both good and bad experiences are key to any successes that we're going to have in life. And all of the experiences, y'all know this, that we encounter, how we handle them is going to help us either gain or lose the respect of others. Let that sink in. To me, I want all of us to understand how important respect is. And we do know that. It's gaining and earning the respect of others is one of the greatest, in my opinion, one of the greatest experiences that we can have. I mean, I truly, truly believe that. What we learn and experience will often determine our success or failure in life. So what do? What's the bottom line to everything that Coach Palmer and what I'm saying to everyone is use all experiences, even reach back. I'm not a person to look in the rearview mirror. I totally focus ahead, but in some situations, we have to reach back, maybe determine there was a tough experience that you went through several years ago that brought you back in and grounded and focused. Look at that, because all experiences in life is just an amazing opportunity to grow. That's what you got to do. Rely and lean on good and bad. If you focus on the bad experience all the time, you're going to fall into that negative category. That will always pull you back. Use both in life. Use all of your experiences, gang, in life as an opportunity to grow. Got me?
Got you.
All right. It's a great day today, Super Tuesday. I thank you again. We say this all the time, but I cannot tell you how much it means to me. I may be flying around here trying to hurry up and get off of a call from University of Tennessee, but y'all are my favorite thing every single morning, other than walking with my neighbors. I don't know if Kelsey's on here today, but we go walk after this. So, but thank y'all for being here.
And Coach, thank you for your time, because I know mornings are really, really busy. And just so you know, she sends me her notes and I send her my notes. And I promise you this, there's preparation every day for one word. And we're grateful for you being here. And I hope if you got nothing else out of today, the next time you see a piece of bubble gum, you'll remember, don't steal it.
Yeah.
Pay the couple of pennies for it, okay? It's worth it.
And know how many pennies you got in your bank account.
Know how many, that's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Guys, have a great Tuesday. Find somebody today. Make them have
Thanks,
a better
guys.
day because you showed up. We love you. We appreciate you. And we're
Love
grateful.
y'all.
Have a great
Thank you very much.